Well, hello everyone, it's Dave Does. Watch along today as I turn an old kerosene lantern that actually still worked on kerosene, but I don't want to, who wants to holler on kerosene anymore? From an old kerosene lantern into a solar powered X kerosene lantern. That works. Leftover parts came together for a new life. Watch along. Again, I'm not going to do a woodworking project today. What I'm doing is I found these old kerosene lanterns in the basement, and we're going to see if I can switch them to LED. Now, an easy way to do it would be just to somehow glue the LEDs in there so it glows quite nicely, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use, it's very, very hard to see. I'm going to use, let me take all this apart here. Take this crazy thing apart. In that slot there, I'm going to fill that with 2 pieces of Lexan cut down to look like a blade, or not blade, a flame, pardon me. And then we're going to hook up the LEDs. First off, the Lexan will be sanded down on the outside so it illuminates. Otherwise, it won't. I've got a little bit of experience with illuminating edging on plastic, and I'll show you a few in a minute here. But edge lighting with solar works very, very nice. It's I've made a bunch of signs, sold a bunch of signs, and I'm going to show you those right now. So there you go, those signs are pretty cool. The people that I sold them to liked them quite a bit. So that's what we're gonna do. I've got the Lexan over there, we'll go grab that later on, and we'll do some measuring up and we'll see exactly what sizes we need. But first, I think what we gotta do, we gotta clean this up. We don't need a lot of this stuff. They are empty. They're full of crap. They're full of bees, apparently. What is that? Oh, they're full of moths. Rose, they're full of moths. So, I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this up. And then we'll get going. The only thing left to do is everything. And I literally don't have a clue how I'm gonna do this. So this will be a journey to go on. Of course, we don't need, good, there's nothing. Don't need the tank, but it's got to be there to look cool. This little solar panel is going to be mounted up there somehow, and we'll still be able to hang it so it looks decent. No idea. They're old. We're probably going to throw them away, so we might as well do it. So I'm just going to clean some stuff up here, and yeah, we'll get after it. Ludicrous speed. You know what? That's good enough. We don't want them too clean. If they're too clean, then they look new. We don't want them to look new. We want them to look, I think a little rustic, a little old, a little used. And these really have been. We've had them, my gosh, since our tenting days. We've been through trailers, motorhomes, and other trailers since then. So there we go. Moth. Hey, you okay? Not answering. I guess a moth can't speak. Oh. So here we go. Here's a close-up view of one. I think we have to run a wire from here, because I'm gonna have probably, let's see, Let's see here. 1, 2. So we can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 5 lights across, maybe 6. It's a bit of a waste of all the rest of these lights, but the nice thing about it is these little modules. I've got a couple spare ones I was going to use on the submarine, and so if I cut one of these down, I can still use it. I can still use the light string. So how many is there? That's 6. There we go. There's 6. What does that look like? What does that look like? 6. Yeah, I think 6 will work. And the nice thing about these things, if I did this right, let's turn it on there. I can go through the different modes. No, see, I've got to have alternating ones. So at the end here, it would have to be. We'll see that. See how that works. For the price of these things, you know, you get them on Amazon. For the price of these things, they last forever. I've made tables that light up with these things. So there's 6. So let me see if I can hold that. My stupid fingers. Okay, there we go. That's as close as we're gonna get. So let's go through the modes. So we've on, sort of Christmas lightish stuff. Same thing but slower. Much slower. And of course the flash, and that's the random one. There's all sorts of different things. That's sort of what we might want. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna leave it on that. And then of course you turn them all off. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta use them in line, in the string line. So you can't use every second one because they match, they flash as they match. So what I'm thinking, any more greeblies in there? So what I'm thinking, of course, the tank is soldered to the upright. The upright's hollow. So I'm thinking maybe we'll drill a hole just here and go into the tank. I'm gonna have to cut the line anyway. So I'll be able to, oh my Lord, I don't know how we're doing that. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We gotta feed the wire up through there, up here, and then somehow drill a little tiny hole here, up in there, and then feed it out and then solder it all together. I've got some shrink wrap, red shrink wrap, not shrink wrap. That the wire stuff you heat up and it shrinks. Shrink to me. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll drill a little hole in there, right through both. Somehow we'll feed it up, feed the wire up here, out there, and then we'll mount the little, we'll mount the solar panel up there like that, somehow or t'other. No idea what. Let me grab the Lexan and the drills, and I'll get right back to you. All right. Now let's take a look in there. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah. So how these things work is this outer cover is just that, an outer cover. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this in there. Outer cover, so these uprights, what it looks like to me, are hollow. They're hollow all the way up, and there's an inner tank in there. So that is now a lot of fun, because somehow we get to feed a wire down through that hole, up, and then up that upright. No, I can't take the bottom off. Well, I could, but it'll make it it'll look a right mess. So what we're gonna do, we've had these things a million years, or closer to 20. So I'm not really overly worried about them. So I guess what I could do, I'm gonna try and drill a hole. I don't know if my needle nose pliers are small enough to get in there. So I don't have to drill any holes up there. What have I got up here now? Oh, shoot. Let me see here. Besides an absolute mess, what do we got up there? Okay, that's hollow up there too, so there's no holes drilling required. I wonder how that comes off. Is that just press fit on it? I don't know if that's just press fit on or spring in there. Here, let's look at this a little closer here. There's the spring, goes on that there. And it turns. It's a mystery. Okay, there's a ring in there. Oh, I wonder if that just unscrews. Nope. What I think it is, I think it's put on the machine, and this is pressed in, and then they hold it like that and they crimp it. I'm thinking, sure it'd be nice to get that off though. Or is there a split ring? No, that's the spring. If anybody can see or anybody knows, let me know. See, there's a lip. I don't know if you can see. There's a lip in there. Can you see that in there? Oh, I didn't get the flashlight in there correctly. But there, right. There's a split ring in there, or a split. But nice. Good cleanup job. I think these pieces are just pressed together. Ah. Good thing I just made this new table, eh? Well, it's been well used, that's for certain. Oh man, that off. Oh, on it. All right, so by the look of things, we're just gonna have to fight with it because I can't see how if that would, I think that's just press fit. I do believe once we get the wires out there, one thing at a time. Let's drill those holes. We'll cut off how much wire I think I need off of that, off the light string. And then we'll swear a lot under our breaths. No, it really doesn't matter which one I go up. That side's bigger. Okay, let's get that out of the way so you can actually see something. This drill bit is good for the cable size, but it's not going to be big enough to work with the cable. So we'll go do a good size here. And we can always adjust that as need be. All right, just a second, I'm gonna grab a clamp. We'll just hold that up like that. was thinking about getting one of the big clamps, but I don't want to. I just want to hold it out of the way while I drill here. All right. I'm just gonna walk all over the place. You know what? I think I'm gonna even go bigger than that. There we go. It's only, I didn't go through the bottom, no, good. It's only 10. Alright. Okay, so we got that mess done. Now, this is nice and long. I don't know if we actually need. Oh, that came off. Oh, I lost the. Oh, well, didn't matter. I'll probably silicone that on. I'll probably silicone this guy on anyway. So, there's the solar panel there. Okay. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? We're going to do 7 just for the fun of it. Cut that back. I'll tape that up later. And as you can see, I turn it off. Still works. Turn that off. Now, between the solar panel and that, we definitely don't need all that cabling, all that wire to go down that far. So what do you think the best way to do it is? Go from the top to the bottom to the top, or the top to the bottom? I guess it's going down that one anyway. I guess it really doesn't matter. But we have to go down this side because the holes are, oh, this is, I have to get out my little tiny instrument tool here. So what we're going to do is we'll cut this there, get rid of that, there's the 6. This is the feeding guy. Now, this one here with the lever on it. Flashlight! Wow. I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to drill a hole here and then up here again, just around the lines, just around this little flimsy cable through, because I really I just noticed something. There's these tangs here that hold this guy on, and that's going to interfere. You know what? You need one of them headlights on your head. It's just too dark. You just can't quite see. And your hands are always in the way. All right, let's want to see something here. So this goes on there like that somehow or other. There. Okay, what held that spot in place? Just that. All right, that goes like that. because I don't need that. And this piece here doesn't lock onto that. It locks in there into those little tangs, which I bent. Oh, there they are. Okay. So all that does. Okay, that sits on there like that. Don't need that, because this comes down, rests on there. That's where the lights are. That's where you twist that. I'm gonna grab my smaller needle nose, and we're gonna fight with this some more. All right, so I got my little tiny instrument tools here. I'm making a right mess of this place. I went and I picked up the Lexan, so there it is there. And you can easily see I might need to, I might put 3 layers in there. And then for it to show up nicely, of course, let me show you here. The lights will be mounted in here somehow, no idea how. Probably back a bit. I'll mount the Lexan first, cut all that down. I'll just hot glue it together because it doesn't matter. Stick it in there like that. Let me show you that. 3 layers deep, all sanded up on the exterior only. Interior, we don't want that because we want the light to go through. Polycarbonate Lexan, pretty darn hard stuff. Anyway, there we go. All right. All right, I'm going to try this a couple times. If it doesn't work, we're going to go in through the side. Oh, just a minute. I forgot I had this little light. Came with a DeWalt kit. It's got a hot glue all over it. And it works. It works okay. But the nice thing about it is I can hold it spots. Here, let me spin you back. Hold on. You know what? Zoom in. That's better, I think. And going from the top down just definitely isn't going to work. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up drilling a hole right there. We'll elongate it just a little bit. And then we'll come up to the top here. We'll drill another one in the top and we'll just fish it through. I think that is our best bet. So let's get a pilot hole going here. Well, it takes me about 8 seconds to make a big mess, eh? So, solar panel. So what we're going to do, I think, see that? Yeah. We'll feed this down there. Just gonna take some of this stuff off so it's not banging around in the way all the time. Like, there we go. Right on. All right, now. Okay, that was a wrong place to drill that hole. I should have done it up here. It is going though. Hey, they're through. So that's the ticket. We'll drill a hole here, here. We'll forget about these guys because I can shove it straight through. Because I can see it right there, and I'll try and grab that. This whole doings is in the way. Keep shoving her in. Oh, my Lord. Hey, look at that. I had like 4 times as much shoved down there. Look at that. Look at the knot that's coming out of here. Now, we have to be careful we don't strip these lines out as it goes in and through. Mounting the solar panel, no clue. We got buttons on the back we need access to. There's a slot here for a mounting pin. You can either put it on the ground or you can screw it in. Pardon me. I do have little metal screws. I might be able to just fab up a little mount there for that. Okay, let's leave that. Let's put that aside for now. We got that success, finally. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need any of this stuff. What we're going to build now is, I guess I could put them on a piece of wood. Build up a little piece of wood with a slot in it. Have these guys side by each. I got the hot glue over there dripping all over the Lexan. I'll hot glue them in. This thing won't heat up. I actually put 7, so maybe we'll go 7. How wide is 7? I don't have my measuring tape here. That's about an inch and 3/4, I'm thinking. So if we're going with that. Yeah, 7's good. I just gotta make up something now quickly with a couple little pieces of wood to sandwich that in there. I'm gonna go get my tape measure. I'm gonna get the saw ready. The chop saw ready, I think, is the only thing I need. And Got the hot glue, got some wood. Okay, I'll get right back to you. All right, so what we need, a little piece of wood like that. Let's see. Oh, what did I say? It's an 1.1 inch. So that's going to be slightly smaller than 1.8 in there. So let's start with 1 inch. Got my, that's 1 inch wide, right? And then how deep do I want that? Oh, I know what I should do. See, it's stepped, right? You see that? It's stepped, so we'll build a step so it sits in there, and that shouldn't interfere too much as long as the piece only goes as deep as this. So if I had it any deeper, it'd hit this here, so we don't want that. So we gotta go 3/4 inch deep. Let's suss this out here. We want the plexi, the Lexan, to sit deep inside here so it picks up all the light. Hard for me to see like in you, so I want that to sit way down in there like that. Get my precision Sharpie. Somewhere like that. Now the distance across here at its widest point is 2 inches. If we want straight lines, we got to use the straight side. We don't want the 45-degree line. Like that. Now, so we go up. We go up that far. Is it breaking everything? So 2 inches, and then we need that distance right there. And that looks to be about 1/8. So there we go. So we cut the whole thing off. There we go, something like that. It's going to be hidden on two sides. I'm going to have to play with it more anyway. So what we want to get rid of is that and more there. Cut that all out. So Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly fab up another one of those, and then once it's back to this state, I'll get back to you. What I'm doing now, I'm just getting these small little pieces in here so they'll fit. And then I'll sandwich the lights in between them there. You can see them flopping around in there. That's what it looks like on that side. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly zip them over to the belt sander and just take the bottoms off just a touch. Alright, that's done. You can see they'll fit in like that. I'll have to put them in somehow or t'other. Glue the bejeepers out of them. Why is it still? Okay, one at a time. Hot glue time. Now I'll go ahead and I'll put the lights in, but I've got to be very careful I don't go too far forward with them, so I'm not sure how I'm doing this yet. Then of course, I'll put the other piece of wood on top and sandwich it all in there. One cable there. So we'll do this to start with. And there we go. We've got the lights in there. The plexi or the Lexan will sit on top of that. We'll probably do that next. And all I'm going to do with these extra wires is we're just going to shove them back in there. There we go. Okay, now let's get the piece of Lexan out. So there we go. There's my handy dandy marker there. Now let's do it on a clear piece here. It certainly doesn't have to be perfect, I'll tell you that, because no flame is, right? So there we go. I'll cut out, got to cut out 3 of those. We'll hot glue the ends together. We'll sand it all down, and then we'll hot glue it in there. Then we'll take a look. Yeah, there will be, it's a little tight. I think 2 might work. 2 might work. We'll try, you know what, we're gonna do 3. Hot glue them all together now so they're, we can shape them all the same. Don't touch, don't spread the hot glue with your fingers, stupid. There we go. Okay, so we got them sanded down a little bit. Let's see how the fit and finish is. All right, let's get rid of the glue. Glue came right off, which is nice. We want that to sit right in there, something like that. Okay, this side is not even close. All right, got it to fit. Let's take all this excess paper off here. Or protective, we certainly don't need it because we're gonna scratch the bejeepers out of it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is on the outside pieces here, you see I've got the bevel here. I'm just gonna rough this up so it all glows. Put a little bit of hot glue on here just to hold it all together. I'm going to sand all that off anyway. We'll let that solidify. Remember, don't smear the hot glue with your fingers. What I'm doing here, I'm just sealing up the ends here so we don't get too much light spilling out. And there we go. Okay, we'll just let that completely cool down so the glue is nice and hard. And once that's done, we'll go back over to the belt sander and we'll shape this down and make it look a little bit more like a flame. So we got our solar in, so we don't need that much cable, right? So let's get rid of that. Where's my snippers? There we go, there, goodbye. Never use your teeth to strip wires. And of course, we'll solder all those together and we'll heat. What do you think? Turn some lights off here. Let's see if I can set something up so you're closer to it. All right. You know what? I think really when it's super dark out, you can see I do have a line there. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can get rid of that. You see that? I was hoping it'd be like the others, but I might still have to do a little bit of sanding on it just to even that out. But you'll be looking at it like that. You know? Cool. There we go. That's sort of what I wanted. So I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount the solar charger and battery pack up here somehow. I have no idea how. I got these spare bits left over. Now this is the main part. It actually, oh, sorry, I got it backwards. It actually slides in and clicks in like that to hold it. We certainly don't need it that high. I got this bit here, which I can connect. If I cut, this is made a ground spike. Most of these lights are for like Christmas decorations or edge of decking or something. So you just stick them into the ground and they go. Some of them come with another mount, something like this, but it's got holes in it for little tiny screws. So what I'm thinking of doing is breaking off that, attaching that there, cutting this down as far as I can, cutting this one down as far as I can, connecting it, the two, let me put that around there, connecting the two so they're about there, so it'll stand about that high off, so that looks about right. I think doing all these little screws, they're not going to attach properly. I think if we just drill a hole straight down through there, I can, this piece moves independently, so I can hot glue it in there, down to about there. So just a sec. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off right here. I'm going to drill a hole in the top, and then we're going to see if we can just lace it with a whole bunch of hot glue. Went ahead and just did a quick little pilot hole. Let's see if I can't wreck a finger here now. Well, that didn't come out round at all. Guess we could tighten that up. Take that off. We don't need that on anymore for a little while. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that's all. Okay, now what we'll do, pull that out without wrecking too much stuff. So this, something there like that. Loosen that off. Sit like that. There we go. Let's get the handle back on quickly. What happened there? All right, for all the banging, I put you back on the tripod over there, so I don't knock you off. Now what we're gonna do is bang this guy here down a bit. Done. There we go. So everyone, once again, thanks for watching Dave Does as I do my little projects. We got this with leftover parts, solar parts, and I found 2 lanterns in the basement when I was looking for something else. Decided to make them, turn them solar. Had some, of course I just said, had some solar parts left over. So, made that. Should work out well, we'll see. At least we're not burning any kerosene. So I'm gonna go ahead, I've still got a couple little holes to fill up, but there we go. Once again, I'd like to thank you so much for following along. Please hit the like button, ring the little bell. You'll be notified every time a video is uploaded. If you like what I do, please subscribe. I try to send out these videos as many times as I can, most likely about 1 a week, 1 every 2 weeks, something like that. So today's project was to turn in an old kerosene lantern into a solar powered, and it worked well. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.